This is a motivational video. The topic is Men and Women in Harmony Pursuing Divine Purpose. Written by Ghazala Lari. In every age, women have proved that courage and capability transcend the narrow lenses through which societies often view them. Too frequently they are reduced to delicate beings needing protection or to objects of aesthetic admiration, yet their true essence lies far beyond such superficial assessments. Within each woman rests a deep reservoir of creative, intellectual, and mental fortitude, potential that, when nurtured by equitable environments, radiates brilliance across the world. This strength is not a contest with men, it is a complementary partnership. Biological differences may shape average stamina or physical build, but they do not signify incapacity. Rather, they illustrate a distinct, equally valid spectrum of capacity that enriches the human story. The Quranic tale of Hajar, peace be upon her, epitomizes this resilience. Abandoned in the arid valley of Mecca with her infant son Ismail, she endured thirst, loneliness, and terror. In a desperate search for water, she ran between the hills of Safa and Marwa, a ritual now enshrined in the Hajj pilgrimage. Her steadfast trust in divine providence not only secured survival, but also laid the spiritual foundation for the city that would later become Islam's holy heart. Hajar's maternal fortitude turned a barren desert into a thriving community through faith alone. Equally striking is the story of Khadija bint Khuwaylid, peace be upon her, a widowed merchant who rose to prominence in a patriarchal society that even buried daughters alive. She managed trade caravans, raised children from 2 marriages, and earned the titles the pious, and the chief of Mecca. When she chose to marry the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, a poorer, younger orphan, she displayed moral courage that defied the expectations of powerful suitors. Despite facing social scorn and economic sabotage, Khadija used her wealth, wisdom, and unwavering support to protect the nascent message of Islam, proving that a woman's judgment and leadership can flourish even under fierce opposition. The Queen of Sheba, Bilqis, offers another vivid illustration of female statecraft. Ruling a formidable kingdom, she navigated court intrigue, external threats, and the challenges of governance in a male-dominated ancient world. Her encounter with Prophet Suleiman, peace be upon him, was not a tale of subjugation. Rather, it showcased a sovereign who tested a rival king with clever challenges, ultimately recognizing truth while preserving her dignity and autonomy. Bilqis's story celebrates a woman's capacity for strategic intelligence, balanced power, and curiosity. Maryam, peace be upon her, presents a more intimate dimension of strength, faith tested in absolute isolation. Chosen from childhood, she faced a miraculous yet socially perilous conception of Isa, Jesus. In the agony of childbirth beneath a solitary palm tree, without midwife or family, she relied solely on divine promise. Her resolve to protect her child, sustain herself with heavenly sustenance, and confront inevitable scandal with silent trust exemplifies inner strength that transcends any worldly measure of capability. Beyond these historic heroines, the everyday woman embodies the same reservoir of power. The homemaker, often dismissed as unskilled, performs a relentless marathon of cooking, heavy cleaning, childbearing, repairs, and gardening, tasks that demand physical endurance, multitasking intelligence, and emotional labor. This domestic fortitude forms the backbone of societal stability. When women step into the public sphere, that same reservoir fuels engineers who lift heavy materials, doctors who endure marathon surgeries, laborers on construction sites, teachers shaping minds, and farmers tilling fields. Their physical capacity, honed both at home and in the workplace, is undeniable and indispensable. These impossible feats, building civilizations in deserts, birthing prophets under duress, commanding empires, managing households, prove that women's brilliance is context-dependent, not gender-dependent. When the right opportunities and environments are provided, the latent power within women does not surprise. It inevitably blossoms, revealing a potential long denied. The legacies of Hajar's perseverance, Khadija's commerce, Bilqis's throne, and Maryam's piety illustrate volition, not victimhood. Consequently, the narrative must shift from comparison to recognition of complementary destinies. Men and women are not competitors on a single ladder. They are navigators of intersecting paths, each bringing a unique constellation of talents. Acknowledging a woman's dexterity in the home or her acumen in boardrooms does not diminish men. It restores a balanced understanding of human capacity. The aim is not to make women identical to men, but to dismantle the barriers that prevent their inherent strengths, nurturing, intellectual, physical, spiritual, from fully serving humanity. From unnamed women who sustained communities in dark ages to the named heroines of faith who reshaped history, women have repeatedly met extraordinary expectations with extraordinary responses. Their contributions, founding cities, preserving revelation, fostering the next generation, stand as both quiet and thunderous pillars of civilization. Remembering Hajar's desperation at the well, Khadija's defiance in the marketplace, Bilqis's scrutiny of her throne, and Maryam's trembling resolve under a palm tree reveals a chronicle of resilience, not weakness. Ultimately, a woman's mission is defined by her creator and conscience, not by a need to rival men. Whether she paints her canvas in the sanctuary of a home or on the public pulpit of a profession, she inherits a sacred legacy of resilience and a unique sphere of influence in the divine tapestry of existence. Recognizing this is not about elevating one gender over another. It is about honoring a power that has always been, and will always be, fundamental to humanity's story.